What's up, guys? How y'all doing together? Texans here, repping the number 4. You know exactly why I'm repping the number 4. You know what's been going on. If you've been, look, man, if you click on the video, you know what's going on. Deshaun's upset because of the process of how the Houston Texans hired their new general manager, Nick Caserio. Now, there's a lot of trade talk. There's a lot of talks about what Deshaun has done and what Deshaun has said, and I just want to kind of focus on that today because I think a lot of it is just lies. I think a lot of it is just stuff made up by the media to try to make pressure the Texans into feeling like, okay, we have to get rid of Deshaun Watson. Because just some of this stuff just doesn't sound like Deshaun Watson at all. At all. Like, none of this seems like it's in his character at all. And I'm not saying I know the dude personally, but you don't just wake up one day and decide, I'm going to ask for a trade as a franchise player. You know what I'm saying? And we just made the playoffs last year, so I just don't see him demanding a trade or anything. But let's talk about it. Let's get into it. First and foremost, Deshaun Watson is in Mexico, Cabo, wherever, vacationing with his girl. You know, they're decompressing. We had a terrible season, you know what I'm saying? So it seemed like the last thing on his mind is football, right? While, yes, he is upset about how Nick Caserio hiring went, and we know that's fact, he hasn't talked to the Texans. So if he hasn't talked to the Texans, when has he had time to demand a trade from the Texans? You know what I'm saying? Like, people are acting like he demanded a trade and he's forcing his way out and we have to trade him. He hasn't talked to the Texans. They're calling him. He's not calling them back. I believe that's true. The man's on vacation. You know what I'm saying? So he's probably, the last thing he want to worry about is the Texans. When you're on vacation, your job will call you. You don't want to answer the phone. And if you don't have to answer the phone, you're not going to answer the phone. He doesn't have to answer the phone right now. This is his time. He gave them the last 9 months or whatever. This is Deshaun's time, you feel me? So, to say that he demanded a trade or that he talked about going to Miami, I don't think that's very realistic because who is he talking to this about? It's not coming directly from the team and no one can say, oh, he's directly told the team this. Then what are you talking about? What are you reporting on? Where's your source? Sources said, but what is your source? Because it just doesn't seem like Deshaun. Just be like, trade me to Miami and walk off. You know what else don't sound like Deshaun? Walking around the locker room and talking to each and every player and be like, hey man, I might ask to get traded. Hey man, I might ask to get traded. Hey JJ, I might ask to get traded. Hey Will Fuller, I might ask to get traded. Brandon Cooks, I might ask to get traded. No. No. Because you think JJ Watt gonna sit there and be like, yeah bro, for something. That's cool. And Brandon Cooks is gonna be like, hey man, yeah, I just said I didn't want to get traded because I wanted to play with you, but hey man, you can leave. Do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think that conversation goes like that. Like, I understand that players understand the business side of football and all of the inner workings of that, but I don't see players being so nonchalant about your franchise quarterback or one of the best players on the team saying they're going to ask for a trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure the New Orleans Pelicans players weren't like, oh yeah, Anthony, just ask for a trade, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be some type of pushback, and Deshaun just doesn't seem like a person who just create that kind of pushback. It just doesn't seem like Deshaun to me. I think that's fake. I think the whole demanding a trade is fake. I think that's more for the media, because the media all year has been talking about free Deshaun Watson, free Deshaun Watson, free Deshaun Watson, free Deshaun Watson. And you know, they've been talking about, oh, he can get traded here, oh, he can be traded here, he can be traded here. We've heard that all season. So it seems a little ironic. It seems a little suspicious that he says he's upset and everyone's first thought is, he demanded a trade. Why? I understand him being upset with the hiring process, but to me, Deshaun wasn't holding enough weight in the franchise to get rid of whoever he wants to get rid of. He's getting up to that J.J. Watt level of clout in the franchise. J.J. Watt, when Bill O'Brien gone, guess what happened? Bill O'Brien was gone. So if Deshaun Watson really walks into the organization and says, look, Brad, we can handle all this right now. Fire Jack Easterby. I promise you, Jack Easterby will be fired. He has too much clout in the franchise. He has too much clout in the city of Houston to just ask for a trade and hope things are better elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of the trades that people are saying are fair trades or saying are good trades are just stupid. They just don't make any sense. We're not getting back Carson Wentz. We're not getting back Jimmy Garoppolo. We're not getting Tua. If you are trading away your franchise quarterback, you need another franchise player. And teams with franchise quarterbacks aren't trading franchise quarterbacks. So you can't just be like, oh, well, the Houston Texans are going to trade Deshaun Watson for Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo might lose his job in the offseason. So why would we want him? Carson Wentz lost his job. Why would we want him? Tua can't keep his job. Why would we want him? Now, if the Chiefs call and they're like, hey, Patrick for Deshaun, cool. But they're not going to do that. Because they know how valuable a franchise quarterback is. It's only teams and fan bases without franchise quarterbacks who are sending these outrageous offers. A realistic Texans trade of Deshaun Watson would kill most teams because they're asking for multi-year first, probably multi-year seconds at that, and they're probably asking for a star player, and they might ask for some thirds too. It would destroy your franchise. Your franchise would have to be solid as a rock to handle taking on not only his cap space, but to realize you're not going to pick in the first 3 rounds in the draft, maybe 5 years, and you losing a star player. Like, you don't understand. It's not going to end well for you. And I think that's the furthest thing from their mind. Because Deshaun hasn't talked to them. He hasn't demanded a trade. That's the media saying he demanded a trade. Josina Anderson reported that Deshaun hasn't even talked to the Texans. He hasn't mentioned anything about a trade. I trust that from Josina Anderson, and I trust the original memo that came out. Because I know he kept saying sources said, but it sounded like a statement maybe from Deshaun to his agent, and his agent called Rappaport or Schefter. I think it was Schefter first. His agent probably called Schefter and was like, hey man, Deshaun's upset, and this is why Deshaun's upset. Could you let them know? Make sure you say sources said. And Schefter said, yeah, cool. And then Rappaport, it seemed a little realistic too, but I'm believing the thing that seemed more like statements, because in that statement, Deshaun was like, all right, y'all told me I was gonna have something to say. Y'all told me y'all was gonna come to me, and y'all didn't. That's messed up. That's disrespectful. Why would you tell me you was gonna include me in something if you didn't have plans to? They didn't have to include Deshaun. That's the thing. No one is saying that the franchise quarterbacks are supposed to be included, but if you open up that door, you have to walk through it. You know what I'm saying? Especially after the year we've had and the offseason we had last season with getting rid of DeAndre Hopkins and just what the front office has been doing of late. You don't open doors like that and don't walk through them, because the trust between ownership and the players is just getting wider and wider. Nick Caserio has an incredibly hard job to do to kind of bridge that gap, and I hope he can do it. I honestly hope he can do it, and I hope he can fix things with Deshaun Watson. But ultimately, I don't think anything's going to get fixed anytime soon. Deshaun Watson might be on vacation for another week or so. While he's on vacation, he's not going to say nothing to the Texans. You know what I'm saying? We're going to continue to get reports and news, but Deshaun Watson's not going to officially speak to the Texans while he's on vacation. That's my belief. So I think this is really a wait-and-see thing. I think ultimately you work things out, because the Houston Texans have to realize you will lose your entire fan base trading away Deshaun Watson. It's all over Twitter. Ask any Texans fan you know. If Deshaun goes, we're leaving. Do not mess this up, Texans. Fix this with Deshaun Watson. Fix it. Whoever he wants as coach. Unfortunately, he went Eric Bieniemy, and it's been reported that Eric Bieniemy wants nothing to do with the dysfunction in Houston. I do not blame him. But whoever else Deshaun wants, get that man him, Caserio. Please sit down with Deshaun. Sit down with Watt. Sit down with all the players and be like, look, bro, I know Easterby has been a snake in the grass. He's been messing up this Texans franchise, but he's done. We're going to cut him off. Fire him. Fire him, Caserio. I know he's your boy, but fire him or send him away. Keep him as far away from players and football action as you can. Same thing with Calvin there. Ultimately, I think things work out. You know what I'm saying? I think that a couple tough conversations are had. Not going to lie. They're going to be tough conversations. But I think they are had. And I think that mends the bridge, kind of fixes the gap, and we're able to move forward. But hey, man, if he does get traded, I am done with the Texans. You can stop expecting these videos. You can stop expecting to wear Texan stuff, talk about Texans. I'm done. Wherever the song goes, I might go there. I might go over to Arizona. I don't know. I might just be a football fan. But anyway, let's hope that doesn't happen. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead, like this video, share this video, comment this video. Let me know what you think they finna do with Deshaun, or what you think they should do, or don't even send me no trade options, because I hate all the trade options that are out there, unless you're offering Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and your next 3 first-round picks, and you know what I'm saying? Maybe we take a Super Bowl ring, call it our own. Hey man, y'all stay icy. God above all else, Xerius is out.